Welcome to Ask Charlie, and this week I'm giving you a tour of the kitchen. I have so many people asking about how to best lay out your kitchen, how to make it work for you, so I thought I would show you mine. And you know, it's a very personal thing, your kitchen. You've got to have a layout that works for you. The kitchen is the heart of the home. I find personally, I'm spending so much time in here and I need to know exactly where everything is. If one of the children says, "Mummy, where's that?" I can say it's in the second drawer down on the right hand side and they can go to it. And they also know if they're emptying the dishwasher, exactly where everything lives. It's so important that you have things in the same place and you are organised within your space. The kitchen is also a place to try to not have it too cluttered. And I know it's easy. We've got this big kitchen island in the middle and everybody dumps everything on here. And it's so frustrating. It's lovely to have a clean, easy space to work on, and it keeps it clean. It's much more hygienic and easier. So anyway, I'm going to show you around and show you what I have where and what works for me. Now obviously when I designed our kitchen 10 years ago, we had some wonderful local kitchen designers that I worked with. I was never planning to do the extent of cooking that I am. So this is very much a family kitchen. I do have quite a lot of things in this space because I'm doing so much cooking and catering. So my cupboards are possibly more full than they would be if I wasn't doing that, but it's easy for me to have everything I need to hand. Also, our fridge is really full at the moment, as is the larder. We had a big food delivery that arrived yesterday, so it's not always quite so jam-packed, but with the current situation as it is, I'm filming this in the third lockdown, and so I took advantage of having a delivery slot already booked and stocked up well on things. The kitchen starts here, and you can see I've got this big kitchen island with 3 bar stools. I spend a lot of my time sitting at this bar stool, and I often work from here and have my diary and my laptop on here. Under here I've got these cupboards, and there's 3 cupboards. I'm not going to show you in, but those are cake tins and dishes and things that I don't use every day, so they're not easily accessible, but it's important to have in my kitchen. I can get to them if needs be, but I'm not in and out of there all the time. So behind the bar stools I've got these cupboards and our fridge, which is just the best fridge ever. But in here I have got my Kenwood, my Magimix, and various bits that go with the Kenwood and Magimix, and then I've actually got medicines up there. So they're handy because we're in this space all the time. If the children come in from outside, they need a plaster or whatever, I've got it to hand up there. So that is a great space. In these drawers, I've just got various different scales and things like that. And then obviously we've got our fridge and freezer section underneath. It is very, very full at the moment. I will give you a close-up in a sec. And up here I've got big cooking pans. So my big Arga pans and things like that are stored up above the fridge there. So you can see the fridge is pretty full at the moment, but that's perfect. It's bursting with everything and I've got what I need to hand. In these cupboards we have got our toaster. I actually keep Nesquik, my matcha, which I drink all the time, a hot chocolate there. We've got our mugs, wine glasses and various different mugs up there that I'm not using all the time, or they're special ones I don't want to get broken and the children can't reach easily. I have all of our everyday cutlery in this drawer here. This is full of plastic that the children can easily reach, they can easily help themselves to, but I'm hoping that as they're getting a bit older, we're not going to need this drawer for much longer and I can have an additional drawer for linens. In here I've got oven gloves, tea towels and things like that, which is really handy. If there's a spillage, the children know that they can just grab one of these. They're just everyday, they're not my special things that I'm precious about. Those I keep actually in a dresser over here. I've actually got a second fridge here and I've just realised the light's not working. This is really predominantly a drinks fridge, but if I'm catering, it's really useful. I can just use this fridge for a catering job, which is brilliant. And then above the fridge, we've got a microwave, which is hidden away. I don't like microwaves and I don't use it very often, but it's handy in the summer if the Arga's turned off, if I need to heat something up, but I do like to keep it hidden away. And then in here, I just have everyday china. I've got egg cups and some serving dishes, and then some jugs and additional glasses and things in there. So I have a bit of a system going on here. I've got my dishwasher here, which is really handy because the children can bring their plates over from the table, or if they're eating at the island, they can just put them here. And then everything can go into the dishwasher. This sink I tend to use for soaking, for washing veg, things like that. I've got my corner strainer, which lives there all the time, so this is really handy for rinsing veg that's come in from the garden, or straining peas or something like that. And then my sink on the right is my clean, well, I call it my clean sink. It's for washing up, and then things will drain on this far side. So we go from dirty to clean, and that's very much how I like to do it. So I obviously spend a lot of time standing at the kitchen sink, and I think it's lovely to have a sink with a view. So whether that's to outside, to the garden, or whatever it is. I mean, ours is onto the breakfast room, but if the children are sitting there eating, I can chat to them if I'm not sitting at the table with them, which I try to do as much as I can. I've got a TV up there as well, so if I'm spending a lot of time washing up, I can watch that, which is handy. And it's just lovely to have a really pleasant view, which I will show you. So I leave things to drain here, but I also do a lot of my drying up on my Arga. I'm going to be running an Arga course on the 25th of January, so you may be watching this after, but it's my first online Arga course, and it's 5 days where I'm talking about all the benefits of having an Arga in your home. And ours is really central to our home. We use it in so many different ways for so many different things, which I will be delving really deep into during the Arga course, which I'm super excited about, really looking forward to doing that. So here to the right of the sink, I have got my bins. So I've got rubbish and then recycling, which is really handy to have those close. And if you're scraping off plates, it's a good idea to have your bin nearby. So I've got my island behind me, I have got my sink here, I've got my dishwasher here, and I have got my bins there, which is just, I find it's perfect and works really well. So you can see my view from the kitchen sink is out into the garden, onto the garden room, and onto our dining table, which is just perfect because whatever I'm doing, I'm very much part of what's going on. The children spend a lot of time doing homework, creating things at this table, and so if I'm busy cooking, I can be part of what they're up to as well, which works brilliantly for us. Or if Si's on the sofa, we can chat while I'm clearing up, or whatever it may be. So under our kitchen sink, which is fuller than normal because I have just had a big delivery, but I've got bin bags, tissues, clean cloths. I also have a clean cloth to use next here, my rubber gloves, everyday kitchen cleaning products, washing up liquid, dishwasher tablets, and then I've got a dirty floor cloth on the back of this that the children know they can grab that if something is spilt on the floor. I've got a great corner cupboard here, which I have got things like measuring jugs, glass bowls, sieves. More bowls really tend to store really well in this area, so they are all there. And then I have got saucepans in here, so I've got my Le Creuset, a little milk pan, and I've got a salad strainer down there as well, and then just everyday saucepans. And this is a drawer of charging leads and various things like that. I've got my chopping boards up there and my utensils that I am using a lot of the time there. So over on this side of the kitchen, I do have things out on the work surface. I've got tea, coffee, sugar and biscuits, my soda stream, and then I've got knives and utensils I drink a lot of hot water with lemon and ginger, so actually I keep that out because I'm probably making 6, 7, 8 a day. So I will add a squeeze of lemon, sometimes a bit of honey as well. And then I've got my chopping boards here with a great chopping board divider so they're not touching one another, which is much more hygienic. You don't want your chopping boards all stacked up together because all the bacteria and germs can breed in between. So this is brilliant because they're all nicely divided there. And then I've got everyday cookery books there, and lovely picture that Si brought me. Victory is in the kitchen, which I love. And then back round to the Olga. And then this is the garden room. This originally was patio, and this where you are is actually a wall out onto the garden. And actually along this side I had my washing machine, an outside loo and the boiler, so it was really great to get rid of those and get those in the house. So we did a lot of work when we bought this house to make it a home, and to make it a home that works really well for us. On this side of the kitchen island I have got things that I'm using all the time. So in here I have got various different utensils which I am using frequently. I have got my smaller entrees and various dishes and my cheese grater, and then down here I have got frying pans, lots of different pieces of bacon Clyde, and my big Olga tray. In here I have got Tupperwares and a few more dishes down there, and this is a compost bin which is really handy. And in here I have got pudding bowls, a few more jam jars, and that Tupperware should be in there. I haven't checked these first. And some quiche dishes and my pestle and mortar. I chose to go for a wooden floor in our kitchen because it's just gentler on everything. It's easier to stand on all day, not like a stone floor. It's gentler on the children when they were smaller and they'd fall over and bump themselves. It's easy to maintain. If you drop something, it is less likely to break and shatter. And I hoover this every day and I mop it once a week, and it works really well for us. It's actually got underfloor heating as well. They're engineered oak panels, and I love them. They've been down for 10 years. They could probably do with a little bit of TLC, but actually I don't mind the rustic, worn look because it just shows that it's a well lived in family home. And then last but not least, one of my favourite cupboards in the house is our larder. Now ideally, if you are designing your kitchen from scratch, you would have your larder cupboard on an external wall to keep it cool. We didn't have that option here, we couldn't do it, but this works really, really well. So it's double doors. We've used the doors as storage here, and then it's lined with shelves and everything is labelled and organised. It is very full at the moment. It's not normally quite so ramful, but at least we're well stocked up. So I hope that you have enjoyed my kitchen tour. If you'd like more info about the Olga course that's coming up on the 25th of January, please do let me know. If you're interested in watching this afterwards, drop me a message, send me a line, because I will be doing future courses at some point. So wishing you all a very, very happy weekend. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful, and just give time and thought to your kitchen to make it work really well and efficiently for you.